In this video, we're going to discuss the universal collective, thus global energy for the Libra new moon. The energy that we're working with and how we can basically make it the best life possible moving forward. So thanks for tuning in and watching and joining us. My name is Edward, psychic medium, animal communicator, your soul messenger host, assisting us all, including myself, to live, love, and manifest the life that a soul intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. And this is a very, very interesting set of energies that we're working with. And in Libra fashion, we have two options. For instance, for the psychic insight theme, there's usually one energy. Here we have two. Oh, Libra. All right, so quick introduction. Go to my website, edwardragosta.community. Link Medium Tarot TV. This video will be there. Any accompanying theme healing songs, and where you can also subscribe for more videos, daily videos, insight, foresight, make it your best life possible moving forward. Medium Tarot TV Plus, video subscription service, feed your soul. And all the current videos at the time that you view are going to be up there. Let's see, if you'd like a psychic reading session with myself and my guides, go to my website, link readings. Current rates will be there. Next time I'm going to be at Light Club Curiosity Shop, which is Sugarloaf, New York, and Warwick, New York, though mostly Warwick, New York, if you want to see me in person. I also do telephone readings while I'm at Light Club as well. They're usually on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays. And I'm also, after moving, I also am doing online readings via Zoom. All right. Very well. So I say we just jump right in. So we're going to pick up where we left off with the Zodiac Year 2024 video, which started, I think, beginning of April, like April 8th, 2024, that runs through, safe to say, winter 2025. And also the solar month for Libra 2024. And then we'll continue with a new set of energy, which is the weak energy, but everything discussed here is going to be in play for the lunar month, which I have to figure out. All right. Very well. So we are talking October 2nd through the 31st. Love it. Halloween Samhain through October 31st, 2024. All right. But let me say that this is really going to set the tone for our life, our path moving forward, because we are dealing with one of the biggies of life. All right. So the current weak energy is technically October 2nd through the 9th. Though, like I said, it's going to be an influence for the entire lunar month. This is thoughts of love and affection. Okay? It doesn't have an astrological association. It's just basically love and affection. So, person, place, thing. As we get further with the energy, yeah, it kind of does lead more to love and romance, but is as much as important as that is, there is more to life than love and romance. So the thing is for us to be happy, sounds simple, but for us to be happy is to connect with something that we have love and affection for. Okay? Yeah, it's that simple. It's not always that simple to do, but it is basically that simple. So where does our heart lead us? Okay? Are we going in the proper direction for us with our life, with our path? The next energy, the day energy, is going to have us asking, are we happy with where we are living? Are we happy with our relationships? All types, but romance as well. But all types, including co-workers, if we have anything to say about it. We don't always. Roommates, partners in crime. I say that tongue in cheek, but I mean our partners, our love partners. All right. All right, we're going to move on because it's pretty self explanatory. All right. Now the day energy. All right. So let's see what's going on. The moon is in Libra, of course. The new moon is at 2:49 p.m. Eastern. And please adjust the time to where you are on the globe. Color of the day is brown. Okay? Now, the day energy is. Forgot to mention. This is actually a key new moon for the zodiac year because the day energy is the same as part of our zodiac year 2024 energy. So we are talking the Astrological Association of Saturn in Pisces. Actually, there's two references to the planet Saturn. Saturn is the taskmaster. You better work for Paul. So it's like really getting down to, it could have to do with our life purpose, soul purpose, mission, but it's making me think, are we happy? Has life turned out the way we would have liked it to? And if not, what can we do about it? Do we need to course correct? Might be possible. It might be apropos for some. Okay. Some might be actually looking for a deeper meaning of life. Like there's got to be more. Get me off this merry-go-round. There's got to be more. Now, this energy has to do with relationships of all types, but, it's kind of leaning towards romance, but it is all types. This is an energy of some might want to take a pause and walk away, not necessarily long term, but we might want to reassess, take inventory of our relationships. And then the other side of this energy has to do with where we're living, our living space, and perhaps wanting to work out of our home or carving out a room or a space to do so, to work out of our home. That's a possibility as well. So this is bringing very much roommates. To have or not to have a roommate? I think that question is going to be coming up at this time. So if we're in a relationship, any type, friendships or our chosen family, all relationships. If we're in a relationship that we're uncertain about, perhaps take a break or step away. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't have to be permanent, just so you can hear yourself think, clear your head, know how you really feel outside of situation, circumstance. So that's a distinct possibility here. Definitely. All right, so we are, since it's the same energy as the zodiac year energy, which started around April 8th of this year, 2024, we are going to be looking back like, okay, how are we doing so far? And then we judge accordingly to move forward. All right. Now, I want to say the Astrological Associations before we move on to the Psychic Insight theme. So for the zodiac year, we have Leo sun signs, activated, empowered, and or triggered. Leo are our energetic mascots this year. Okay. Also, if you have the placement of Saturn in Pisces, you are activated, empowered, and triggered as well. For the solar month of Libra, because everything is in play, we have the influence of the planet Neptune. So if you're astrologically inclined, you might want to see where Neptune is in your chart, what it's affecting, the house, the matters, if it's in close aspect to any planets. And also for the solar month, we have the element of air, youth, Youth. So element of air sun signs are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So all Gemini, Libra, Aquarius sun signs are activated, empowered, and or triggered. Specifically the youth who would be 28 years old and younger. And I use that as a cutoff point because that is usually people who, before they have experienced their first Saturn return in astrology, which is about 29 years old, every 29 increments moving forward. All right. Now, bringing us back to the psychic insight theme, I think it's fascinating that we have two, not just one. All right, so this Libra new moon is at 10 degrees. So if you're astrologically inclined, you look to see where Libra 10 degrees falls on your chart. The house matters of where it falls on your chart. That's where the focus is going to be. That's where the light is going to be. The opposite of that, which should be Aries, if I have that correct. So where 10 degrees Aries is also going to be affected, that's where the shadow is. So there's the light, but we can't have a shadow without light. So that's why it's an axis. So both are in play. Where Libra is, it's obvious. Where Aries is the underworkings, underneath. Both in play. All right. Now, we have, like I said, we have two energies. So we're going to start off with obviously one, and this is Libra moon. So if you have your moon in Libra, you're activated, empowered, and triggered. This is an energy of protecting ourselves, but we have to be careful not to overprotect ourselves. Sometimes I say in a reading colorfully, if someone's protecting themselves too much, it's difficult to hug someone with a suit of armor on, energetically, right? So sometimes we have to let our guard down. I understand that is sometimes because of circumstances. Been there, done that, so I understand it. But if we're looking to have anything with anybody, we have to be open, at least to a certain degree. We can't be guarded. Now, this is also an energy of, and it is an energy that is very much a new moon, very much new moon energy. And the day energy, ironically enough, has to do with a new and a full moon energy, almost like an eclipse. So it is very likely that something will be eclipsed at this time or this lunar month. Person, place, thing. Something's going to come to fruition. Something's going to be like you see the writing on the wall and you don't need any more information, basically. You have everything that you need to proceed moving forward or walking away. Now, what we have to be careful with this energy is self-doubt. Talking ourselves out of something. We really have to be careful of that. So the heart wants what the heart wants. And sometimes we protect ourselves because of unfortunate things that have happened in the past, But we have to remind ourselves that was then and this is now. Hopefully, we have grown, we have evolved since then, and we can proceed with more wisdom. Life experience, priceless. Life experience, priceless. So, this is not really going to help us. This energy is not going to really help us in terms of relationships because relationships has to do with the heart. It doesn't have to do with the mind. Just saying. All right. Now, the other energy we're working with, here's the second influence of Saturn. This is Saturn in Libra, which to me is karmic. Karmic. This energy represents change, separation, sorrow. It only ends up being sorrow if we have not acknowledged, recognized the warning signals along the way. I know, sometimes we just don't want to. Been there, done that. Sometimes we don't want to read the writing on the wall, right? Whether it be a relationship or something else that we really want, but just not the way it should be. We have to be careful not to compromise. Been there, done that. Compromise so much. I mean, sometimes you have to. There's a give and take, and sometimes we have to agree to disagree. But if we compromise so much, and then we end up regretting it later, we're not doing anyone justice, specifically ourselves. And that would go along with the veins of if we're doing something because we want someone to like us or love us or whatever. That usually, because you have to believe me because I'm older, that usually comes back to bite us in the bum. So, change. Life is constant change. Even in a relationship that you've been in for years, there is change. And there's usually problems in I can say this because I've done many readings on relationships. There's usually problems when one person grows and evolves and the other doesn't. Like sometimes you get together and you're a certain way, okay, and then through the years you grow and evolve and the other one has not, and you feel out of place, disjointed. That's usually when there's trouble in paradise. So, change. What do we need to change? Anything to do with our relationship, our living space, a workspace? Do we need to rent a workspace? Can we work out of our home? Do we want to do our own business? Do we want to do our own business on the side while you have a day job, so to speak? Do you want to shift jobs? That's not the energy, but it's part. Since this is so life changing, the biggies of life are how we make money, where we live, and who we hang out with, our relationships. So all three are really up for grabs. Anything to do with change, separation, starting with our mindset. A lot of times we talk ourselves out of stuff, and it's not going to happen right from the gate. So if you think something is possible, it usually is. If you think something is not possible, it usually ain't. It usually is not. So, within reason, of course, but where we put our mind, where we put our time, our energy, our effort, is what we end up receiving, attracting, creating, manifesting. So, keep that in mind. So, mindset, this is what I'm getting at. Mindset is key. Separation. Do we need to separate from anything? It can be temporary. Person, place, thing. To get a better perspective, to catch our breath, to put things in perspective, hear ourselves think, know how we actually think or feel. Sometimes you have to get away, you have to take a break. That's what this would represent. Sometimes it's a separation from our way of thinking. Sometimes we have to shift our way of thinking, how we approach something, person, place, thing. You know the saying, you get better results with honey than you do with vinegar. And then sorrow. And like I said, it's usually only sorrow if we been there, done that. If we haven't seen or wanted to acknowledge or blindside it because, well, who hasn't been there, right? Didn't want to or didn't see the writing on the wall, the warning signals along the way. That's only time I'm going to get to that sorrow. But though, if you do need to cry, allow yourself to cry. Get it out. You can do it behind closed doors. No one has to know. Put something on like a sad movie or sad music and just let it out. It's extremely cathartic. It's extremely healthy. Just saying. All right. And again, I'm getting, if you don't like the way your life is, then it's time to change. I don't care how old or how young you are. Okay? It ain't over till it's over. Okay? All right. A lot of people actually have started a business in their later years. Just saying. Okay? If I can recall, I think famous Amos is one of them. Anyway, just keep that in mind. All right. Now, this happens to be not only a new moon, it also happens to be a solar eclipse. So that means everything discussed here is like times 10. Magnification. It's like looking under a magnifying glass. So, and it's the same degree. Solar eclipse is at 2:49 p.m. Eastern, same time, same bat time, same bat channel. 10 degrees Libra. Okay, so it's very, very exact. Love it. For those who honor the tradition faith, Rosh Hashanah begins at sundown. Okay? It's very significant. For some, it's very significant. So I'm really feeling like this is like make it or break it time. Person, place, thing. Okay? Just saying. All right. Now, before we move on to my favorite part, which is the theme healing song, I want to give you some new moon intentions if you like to work with the new moon. But because it is a solar eclipse and the day energy, which is also the year energy, kind of has like an eclipsed vibe to it anyway. You even if you prefer to work with the full moon, even though it's not a lunar eclipse, you technically still are, as far as I'm concerned. So it's got new and full moon energy combined, which is trippy. Energetically, it's trippy. All right. So, what do you want to attract, create, manifest? Which we are all manifestors, right? We're all manifestors. The key is not to talk ourselves out of it. Is it a relationship? All types. Friendship, roommate, love, romance, or anything in between. Now, this relationship energy in the scheme of love, this energy is talking about commitment. Maybe love marriage, but commitment. Whatever commitment means. Well, commitment to me means only one. That's just me. But there are many types of relationships, and as long as all parties are on the same page and of legal age, okay, who am I to say? What change do we seek? Do we need to separate from anything, person, place, thing? But I would say envision, do a vision board, envision, meditate on what your dream life is. Because we often can get damn close to it. So do yourself a favor and don't sell yourself short. Okay? Been there, done that. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Now, my favorite part, theme healing song. Now, I heard the words in my head, die with your boots on. All right. So, we're not titling this video that, and I did look for a song. I didn't really like any of them. I think there's a Toby Keith song with that title. It's fun. It's actually a great song, but it doesn't fit the vibe. What we came up with is actually 3 songs. Now, the main one, which is the title of the video, is Close to You. They Long to Be Close to You, 1970, Carpenters. And obviously, this is a song from my youth. I have fond memories of listening to this on the radio. Yes, folks, for the youngins in the audience, yes, there was a radio. So I remember hearing it. I have actually a vision of hearing it on the radio in the kitchen, and as a youngin, as a wee lad, I would actually sing because I just thought it was a beautiful song. I still do think it's a beautiful song. All right, now Close to You, as far as I'm concerned, They Long to Be, in this instance, represents we want to be the person that others want to be close to. Okay? So that means we have to love ourselves. Many times, been there, done that. Many times people look for someone to complete them. Oh boy, you're just getting yourself into trouble with that one. You're going to have to believe me, I'm older. So we're really not supposed to look for someone that completes us. We're supposed to be a magnificent beast all by ourselves, and then someone compliments us. Okay, they could energetically support us and love us, fine. But we don't really want to avoid problems down the road, we don't want to choose someone to fix us or just to help us. You can do whatever you want, but what can I tell you? I'm older. All right. This represents to me soul energy. Maybe I'm biased, but I close my eyes and it brings me back right to my soul. All right. There are great, of course, it's from the Carpenters. There are great covers of it, but I'm going to go old school. I'm going to go OG and go with the Carpenters. Okay. Now, to go along with the possible potential, no, actually, to go along with the words of Die With Your Boots On, we found a great song that just recently came out this year, 2024, Die With a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. It's actually a beautiful song, beautiful harmony. And that goes, along the lines with Die With Our Boots On. It's like, this is the person that, if it is the end, then this is the person I want to be with. Again, we should be, if we want a relationship, we should be that person. And then it'll be a lot easier to attract, create, manifest our partner in crime relationship. And then, for those who are experiencing heartbreak, There is a great song. So, Die with a Smile is, I feel, attributed to the heart. And then bringing us to the mind is I Can Do It with a Broken Heart. I believe it's also released recently, 2024, by Taylor Swift. And that's basically saying, I'm still doing what I need to do with a smile on my face, but while I also have a broken heart. Because unfortunately, life just, we want it to sometimes. It doesn't stop. We have to carry on. We have to move on through tough situations. All right, so there we have. There's a lot to choose from. So the mind is I can do it with a broken heart. The heart is die with a smile, and the soul is close to you. All right, they long to be. All right, so that's basically it. So I hope we take heed, and I hope we seek our dream life from advancement to retirement, wherever you are at this point in the game of life. All right, so thank you for tuning in and watching. We hope to see you real soon in another video or a reading, social media. All right. All right. Just remember, smile. Take care.